Hello everybody and welcome. Today I am coming at you with Stranger Things Season 3 inspired book tag created by Pastel Pages. I will link the original created video down in the description box below. So, welcome to my channel, by the way. Anyway, did I say I'm Grace? I'm Grace. Hi, I love you. Welcome. First question is a book you read because everybody else is reading it, and it relates to Stranger Things apparently because everybody's watching it. Throne of Glass. Literally. I think everybody who is interested in Throne of Glass has probably already read Throne of Glass, already has very good reasons why they haven't read Throne of Glass yet. I feel like everybody knows about Throne of Glass and has an opinion on it, whether they've read it or not. So, Throne of Glass is the book that I read because everybody's doing it. Question number 2. Pick a book with the best scoop troop. And basically I think by scoop troop they mean an unlikely team of people that work together really well and that get put together. So an unlikely squad of friends. The Raven Boys is my ultimate scoop troop of people who don't seem like they would fit together, but they get along really well and they actually do work together really well. Question number 3. The best book that you've read in the past 11 weeks. Because 11, you know, the number 11 and the person 11 and 11. For this I'm going with Sight Witch by Susan Dennard. I loved this book. I thought it was really well written and it was amazing. So Sight Witch, best book I've read in the past 11 weeks. That's like 2 months and a week. Yes, Sight Witch. Math. Next question is a book that was a never-ending story. A book that you felt like was never going to end. I'm sorry for those of you people who absolutely are loving Middlegame and think it's everything. I am still not done with this book. Oh my god. I loved it. I've loved aspects of this book, but at this point I just want it to be over. I just want it to be over. It's, okay. So it's about the set of twins that were created in this lab by this alchemist, and these twins have this doctrine or code or this thing in their brains where when it combines together they can control time and they can control reality, right? So these twins are separated at birth, raised on separate sides of the country, and then as they grow up they kind of like get closer together and start being able to jump into each other's heads and end up in this quantum entanglement situation, and where they can like see each other's thoughts and they can, you know, and they each kind of think the other person is imaginary, like there's this imaginary friend somewhere, but actually the other person is real and we get to read from both perspectives, and it sounds really entertaining and interesting. Oh yes, and this alchemist who created them in this lab is still trying to control their lives. There's that. But we started off with them as kids and we walked all the way through adulthood, and the thing is that since they can control time and they can control reality, like we're constantly jumping backward and forward in time and backward and forward and jumping from jumping through different alternate realities, and it's getting a little much for my brain at this point. I'm like, which timeline are we even in and where are we at in reality? You know, so I am liking this book. I'm excited to finish it. I want to finish it today. I'm super freaking close, but oh my god, it feels like it's never gonna end just because we keep going backward and forward and backward and forward and backward and forward. Like the plot line is so fragmented, which is a good thing. It's supposed to be. That was the point of the book, is to these two people who can play with reality and jump around in time and reality and things, which is awesome and interesting. But oh my god, when you're constantly jumping forward and backward in the timeline and forward and backward through alternate realities, like it's really hard to feel like there's an end in sight. Does that make sense? Anyway, and now I feel like we're back at the beginning, even though I'm at the end. And I think that's the whole point of this book, but it's still, it feels like there is no end. That's all I gotta say. Anyway, so Middlegame by Shauna McGuire feels like a story that's never gonna end. Next question is a question that is inspired by Alexi, and it is pick a character that is too pure and too good for this world, because Alexi was a very pure-hearted character, just very beautiful human. So I'm going with Laszlo from Strange the Dreamer. Laszlo is just so innocent and so pure, and just everything he does is kind of out of self-sacrifice, it seems like. I don't know, I read this like 2 years ago at least, or I feel like I read this a few years ago, so I don't remember, but I remember Laszlo being super, super pure, innocent character. Next question is a book that flayed your mind, based on the Mind Flayer from Stranger Things. So basically like a book that like blew your mind and changed you and just made you a different person. Going with Blankets. I don't have my copy of Blankets anymore. I gave it back to my friend, but I will be buying it soon. But I'm going with Blankets by Craig Thompson. It's a graphic novel. It's a memoir of Craig Thompson's life. And after I finished reading it, I just had to stare at the wall for like half an hour at least, just processing it, because it blew my mind how good it was and how deep the thoughts in it were and the ideas, and just made me think about the world in a different way, made me think about characters in a different way, and character building, and everything about Blankets the graphic novel was just absolutely freaking amazing. Next question is, since Stranger Things 3 was so nostalgic, pick a book that makes you feel all the nostalgia. For me, that's definitely gonna be the Jedi Apprentice series. I grew up absolutely freaking loving the Jedi Apprentice series. It's about young Obi-Wan and him growing up and being Qui-Gon Jinn's Padawan, and you get double perspectives between Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon, and it's just super interesting and super fun, and I love everything about these books. These were my favorite books growing up, and they were quite an adventure, and they actually really shaped my reading habits, and they really shaped my writing habits, and they just shaped me as a person, in all honesty. Is that a thing? Can that happen? I don't know. I feel like I am who I am today a lot because of these books. Next question is a book that you binged all in one day, because so many of us binged Stranger Things season 3 all in one day. I know I did. I have a vlog about it. I know, or at least I have a vlog about season 2. We binged up until season 3, and then the next day we binged season 3. Anyway, it's in a vlog, go check it out. But a book that I binged all in one day is Queen of the Tearling by Erica Johansson. It was good, and it really captured my attention. I remember it was like a rainy day, and I remember this was before I started BookTube. I remember curling up on the couch and watching the rain out the window and drinking tea and coffee and having snacks and binging this book for the entire day, and it was really fun, and I loved everything about this book. This question is a book with the ultimate dad character. I think Marco is a good dad character, and I know I've heard like in later saga volumes he just gets weird and things get weird, but for like, I've read like the first 4-ish, 5 saga volumes, I don't know. I've read like the first chunk. I haven't read the second chunk of saga. But I just think he's such a great dad character in at least the first chunks, and just the way he supports his wife and the way he fights for his kid, and then just the way he fights for his family, like it just touches my heart, and I love Marco so much, and I love their family, and everything they go through to try and be together and stay together is so beautiful and wonderful, and I love him, and I love their family. The very last question, a book that left you completely in the upside down. So basically a book with a crazy, crazy cliffhanger. Kiss of Deception by Mary E. Pearson. Seriously, Mary E. Pearson, the cliffhanger of all cliffhangers. Like, just... Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching the Stranger Things book tag. You guys are so freaking beautiful. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!